You can recover. Yes. Even you, with your poor customer service, your business can recover. Wes Walters here, and it's time for a CX Quickie, Customer Experience Quickie. And you're like, well, why, Wes? Well, because it's the middle of the day, and who doesn't like a midday quickie? All right, so story time. So I picked up my daughter, and we're on the way home, and she said, "Hey, Dad, I'm hungry." I said, "Okay, cool. What do you want to eat?" I said, "I want fish, fry fish." So automatically, because of the proximity of this business that I had vowed to never support because of how bad the customer service was, I knew that that's the restaurant she wanted to go to. And again, whenever there's a negative experience, I never list the name of the company. So let's say this business was on the east side of Atlanta. And yeah, let's say it's the east side of Atlanta because this is not where the business is. So we were on the east side of Atlanta, and my daughter wanted fish. So automatically, I knew we were going to this place that had the fried fish that I personally had vowed to never support again. I said I will never go there because it's that bad. Now, I want you to think for a second of a business that you patronized, and the service is extremely poor. And you're like, hey, I'm never going to support that again. I'm never going back to this business. Think of that business where you're like, it was so bad that you vowed to never go back. Well, for someone like you, or for someone like me, bad customer service is multiplied by 10 because I teach this stuff. So, what's bad for you, it's like death to me. It's like opening my eyelids and pouring lava from a volcano into my eyelids. That's how bad it is because I teach it every single day. So think for a second of how your worst experience, what it felt like to you, it would be amplified for me. And so when I experience bad customer service, especially when I try to speak to the business owner and they're not receptive, I'm like, okay, it's death, right? So almost like, so I'm a cat owner. I love cats. Um, the sense of smell for a cat is 14 times stronger than humans. 14 times. So think of your a bad smell for you, all right? And you're like, oh my God, this is bad. Multiply that by 14. That's what it's like for a cat. So I wanted to paint that picture so you understand my position when I say I'm not supporting the business again. It's because what you feel times 14. So anyway, this business, I had vowed to not to and never support this business again. And any of you who have daughters, if your daughter says she wants fried fish, we're having fried fish, right? So um got in the car, and it's now an impromptu date with my daughter. And I was trying to build up a resistance because I needed to frame myself properly, lowered my expectations, and said, okay, hey, I'm going to be here for an hour. They're going to get the order wrong. There's going to be drinks. The drinks are going to be warm. The food is going to be cold. It's not going to have any ice, no tartar sauce. Like nothing is going to go right. So I kind of positioned myself for that, pulled up to the drive through, said my prayers, did a holy chant, ridicule, right? And to my surprise, the lady on the other side of the box was so pleasant and so warm and so inviting. Just like it was like a breath of fresh air. Totally not what I was expecting. So here it is, this new and improved Renaissance lady is taking my order like an angel, like she is. Can I get you this? Did I get that right? Is there anything else? Would you like to add this to your order? It goes perfectly with it. I was like, what? So, needless to say, the experience at the drive-through was amazing. It was amazing. And I was so anxious to drive around to see who this semi-god was or goddess was. I was like, hey, I want to go over to see. I can't wait to drive around to see who this lady was. So I drove around and the voice matched the face. My God, it was a goddess. It was literally a goddess from the heavens. I guess she was outcasted from the heavens. And she, on a human life, she had to be a cashier at a fast food restaurant, right? But all jokes aside, this was a goddess. She was beautiful. She was well spoken. She spoke slowly. She summarized my order. Her nails were clean when she accepted the credit card. She didn't have long lashes that were flashing, that were shining through the car. It was just a pleasant human being, beautiful. And I was like, whatever you're selling, whatever fish you, matter of fact, give me all the fish. I just like, give me all. I want a fish, one of everything, snapper, trout, catfish. Just give me all the fish. Whatever fish she was selling, I wanted it because it was so pleasant. And guess what? The drink was cold. The fish was hot and they had tartar sauce. I was a happy camper, right? So there's so much to unpack here that I took some notes. Let's unpack this right quick. Because I opened by saying, yes, even you can recover. There's so much to unpack here. One, again, it's so important. Let's start with the low-hanging fruit. The customers that are the associates that are going to be in direct contact with your customers should look the part. If they're serving food, they should look healthy. They should not look sick. How many times have you been to restaurants where the person that's serving you food got crust around their mouth, stuff in their eye, hair is a mess. They look sick. So you don't want to eat from them. But you're hungry and you're there, so you eat. But this person was a total opposite. This person was pleasant, clean nails, well-spoken, didn't dumb down the conversation. What's up, bro? Or it's all, no, total down the middle. Sir, I was never her brother. I was never homie. I was never my man. I was always sir. It was a breath of fresh air for a business that I had vowed to never support again. What else? Another bullet we can unpack here is that no matter how bad your customer service is, yes, I'm talking to you, no matter how bad your customer service is, there are customers like me who have vowed to never support you again. And if the planets line up correctly, if you have your daughter with you, we are forced to go back to your business. You have the opportunity to show us that our last experience was an error and we can make it right. Here it is. I had vowed to never leave it up to my own. If it was up to me, I would never go back to this business ever. It's that bad. However, the planets aligned properly for them, where my daughter was like, Dad, we want fried fish. From here, we're going to get fried fish. I was like, my hands are tied. I'm going to get fried fish. In that instant, they used that instant to make it right. I'm assuming the business was under new management because it was a breath of fresh air. Like, this person was totally not what I'm used to at the culture of this company. So as bad as your service is, yes, you've read the reviews. People have vowed. People have made lives at your business saying, this is the worst food ever. Yes, even you can recover. Now, like Jim Rohn says, said, geese cannot fly north in the winter because they're geese. Geese fly south. It's written into their DNA. It's instinct. The difference between you and I, humans, business owners and managers, today, we can change. We can turn a new leaf. We can turn a new page. Today, as bad as your service is, today, you can meet with your team immediately after watching this video and says, today, we are going to do things differently. Now, have you lost some of your customers already? Of course, some of the customers are gone and will never return unless you're lucky to have your daughter riding shotgun with you, right? But in that instance where the planets do line up again, and a customer who has vowed to never support your business again miraculously shows up again, this is your opportunity to wow that customer. So, perfect example, you should never say never, because I said I will never go back to this business. Then my daughter showed up and I was there eating fish again. And I was very, very happy. Another gem. Let's take it on another road. Let's just say the competition knew how bad the customer service was at this business. The competition said, hey, they are so bad, I could set up another fish shop and run them out of business. As competition, let's just say for sure there is a business that constantly drops the ball and they are known on Google reviews, on Yelp, you name it. They are known for just poor customer service, but they have a monopoly. This is the only fish spot in a 20-mile radius. Now, if you know anything about monopolies, when you're a monopoly, you can do whatever you want. You can literally do whatever you want as a monopoly. So let's just say this establishment is a monopoly. And because they're a monopoly, they can set the prices as high as they want, and they can do it's my way or the highway. And you say, hey, I'm going to set up another fish shop right next to them. Here it is. Listen up. Stop the music. You don't have to go above and beyond what you should, but you don't have to do anything amazing to steal their market share. You don't. You don't have to go above and beyond bells and whistles, breakdance. No, you don't. All you have to do is, if this is where they are, all you have to do is be right above it. That's it. And being that 1 degree above, customers will automatically know, like, wow, this is amazing. It's almost like if you're in a desert and someone gives you a drop of water, you're like, oh my God, it's Niagara Falls. Oh my God, because you're in a desert. So that drop of water feels like Niagara Falls to you. Poor customer service, 1 degree above it, feels like you're at the Ritz-Carlton. Perfect example, so I can drive this home, because people understand stories and understand science. Water. It's water at 33 degrees. It's 33 degrees. It's water. 1 degree difference. At 32 degrees, you have ice. And that's what you would be as a competition to those customers. You would be like ice. They would look at you as if you're a god. Like, oh my God, we've been swimming in this H2O all of our lives. And now this company is able to turn this H2O into blocks. They're gods. That's what you're going to look like, as a god. You don't have to reinvent the wheel or do anything amazing differently. All you did was you continued to have the same water where everyone had it at 33 degrees. And you said, hey, we're going to go the extra mile at 32 degrees. And now we have ice, where you're in a place where no one has ever seen ice before. No one has ever seen ice. And here you are, you show up by just 1 degree, a 6 millimeter shift. You push your team to go 1 degree farther. And now there's ice. You're seen as a god. You're known as the ice god. And you go down in history as this amazing person when all you did was exactly what all the other companies have been doing, but you went the extra mile by 1 degree. That's it. So to land this plane right now, I want to let you know again, no matter how bad your customer service is, even when it seems like the Google reviews are in the negatives, the Yelps are in the there are 30 videos on YouTube right now or at with people at your establishment saying this is the worst customer service. We've been waiting on our server for 35 minutes. The drinks are hot, the food is cold, the bathrooms are filthy. Even you with that type of business, you can recover because today, right after this video, you can meet with your team and say, this is the line in the sand. That's the old us. And today, moving forward, it's a renaissance and we are doing things differently. All right, that's it. Thank you for tuning in for this CX Quickie. Because, hey, who doesn't like a quickie in the middle of the day? Take care.